Garen, my brother, how you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I've been watching you since all that. So it's been a minute, man. So it's crazy to meet you.
Man, that's what's up. I appreciate the love.
Who was the celebrity guest who surprised you the most in making their episode? What did you learn about them that you wouldn't have otherwise?
Man, I'd probably have to say NLE Chopper. I mean, that young dude is so brilliant, such a bright future ahead of him. But even just him telling the stories about his humble beginnings, and I mean, dude just stopped being a teenager like a few days ago. So like the fact that he's world renowned now, but even him talking about his humble beginnings is really what the show is all about. To talk about where you started and what drives you to be the biggest success you can be. So his story was really compelling and insightful and inspiring.
There's been some great car shows out there, the Pimp My Ride, Top Gear, comedians in cars getting coffee. I just interviewed Swiss Beats for a drive with Swiss Beats. What do you think will make your show stand out? Why was it time for you to do a car show?
It's funny, man. I really, probably a lot like Swiss. Like we live this life, and really it's not like it's authentic to who we are, and to be able to offer it up for the culture. I mean, that's why I even believe Tubi is like the perfect partner, because we meeting everybody where they at, and you never seen a show about our culture for our culture that is presented in this way. So, and it kind of, like you said, it's reminiscent of that same energy of the days of Pimp My Ride and Cribs and stuff, to where you get a glimpse into, your favorite artist or celebrity or entertainer's life, from the aspect of just riding around talking that talk.
Yeah, it's cool to be able to take away that like sit down interview style and actually like be in a situation where you can talk about things you normally wouldn't. So
Yeah.
my father has been someone I can always turn to getting help with cars. What lessons do you hope to impart to your kids as they learn more about cars and when they become ready to drive?
I mean, that's why we even called it Big Drive, because it's really about it's inspiration, man. Like what drives you, what makes you a driven individual, and whether they know a lot about an actual make or model of a vehicle isn't really what it's all about. It's more about like the experience and the aspiration of just wanting as much as you can get out of life and sharing stories. I mean, like you said, probably you heard a lot from your pops, likewise, but some of the best lessons and conversations happen riding around in a car, and really those are the memorable experiences I think that everybody can relate to. So that's more than anything, man. Like really it's quality time with the fam and passing on that wisdom from one generation to the next.
So you've done a lot of interviews and podcasts and stuff like that. You've been very candid about your personal journey, be it divorce, relationships, fatherhood, loss. With this show being a series about personal journeys and stories, what will fans learn about you that they haven't learned before?
Really, I mean, like you said, I've my entire career, I've just kind of been an open book. So I think this is another aspect. This is more of a fun aspect of who I am, because it truly is one of my passions. I've been waiting for years to have a car show, just because, I mean, I know my accountants are probably really happy because now the habit that I used to just splurge on vehicles and trying to remake old school cars that have never come together finally is paying off, because now we're making content with it. So it really is, this is a true glimpse into my life. It's not like I'm getting paid to do this. This is something that's like, I've spent so much money in this space of one of my lifelong passions, of going all the way back to when I was a teenager, working on cars to really just get to school in. This is something that I really have an affinity for.
Absolutely. That's funny. One of my friends told me one time, is like, monetize the thing that you spend a lot of time or money on. So
Yep, exactly. That's the best way to do it. So make your hobby pay you.
absolutely. Exactly. So earlier you mentioned Tubi. Tubi has a really funny reputation of low budget movies that don't have the best graphics, but still are super popular. So I was very curious to know, why was Tubi the best platform, as you mentioned?
For exactly that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because like whenever somebody knows how to tap into the culture in an authentic way and give opportunity to, us, you know what I mean? And like, there's no other platform that's allowing, the DIY community to come together and be like, oh, I got an idea, I'm gonna make a movie on my phone. Like, like that energy I come from that energy, man. You know what I mean? Like that's how we created Wild 'N Out. That's the sketches and stuff that we used to do. Like I love that energy that Tubi brings, because as much as we're entertained by that, like if you really dig deep into it, it's really a fine example of creating an even playing field in this space of entertainment, to where, if you go on Tubi, you can see some of your favorite blockbuster films that cost hundreds of millions of dollars, or you can spend, time scrolling through some of the movies that your homies made, and it's all on one platform, and it's an even playing field. So when I was trying to figure out where I was going to take Big Drive to, Tubi was the perfect place. I was like, yo, that's where we at. Like, I want to meet the culture where the culture is. And I've never been one of those people to shy away from being in business with people because of that. Like, I want to lend my light to, obviously I have, multiple shows and multiple projects in multiple places, but anybody who's for the culture, I'm rocking with.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's my time, man. This was a dope experience meeting you, and looking forward to the show. And thanks for your time, man.
Likewise, man. I appreciate you.